for Cloud9. So what have they been working on, and have they actually had much time to reflect what happened at the RMR? Because think about it, they played the last chance qualifier game, then they had to get straight on a plane and travel around the world. So I imagine, and also what we've heard from the interviews, is they just want to play their own game. They don't want to actually think about what happened in Copenhagen too much. They then want to break down, decompress, and reflect once IEM Rio is over. So a lot to be playing for here. Let's get this involved. FURIA starting on the defense.
Yeah, let's see what C9 have to show us on their T side. They've chosen to start here, even though it is FURIA's pick. And so far, it's a slow one out the gate. Got the old decoy to fake the flash. Axel creeping on up, playing anti-flash to begin with, but so far nothing from FURIA. Again, we've got a triple B set up on the CT side, very common, and yuurih's caught off Hobbit on the lurk. Art thinks that means there might be attack over there, but then decides to come on back. The execution comes on through, smoke comes on over for both sides, and Art's found one through the smoke, completely countering the execute as the grey lands.
Yeah, drop falls off first oranges, and then the rest of C9 start to try and overwhelm. Buster actually burns one alive. Bomb to be planted. Shiro's holding for the boost. That's phenomenal. Good tag damage onto Art as well. 2 versus 2. yuurih flanking in from Banana. nafany under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it has to be yuurih. Art is so low, has a kit though, so there is time for yuurih to work, and he takes it with precision. Nice dink on the Shiro as well. Makes it very uncomfortable for him. Knows he has to try and take some of these fights. Repositioning now is planted over towards default, and Art can just defuse this. Shiro is not going to be ready for a kit in play, so the pistol goes the way of FURIA. Shiro gonna get one nice kill at the end. Can't get the follow-up, but it is FURIA taking the round.
Yeah, that's yuurih opening the show and closing it. It was a nice flash play, actually, out towards the apartments that enabled him to find the opener, and nafany just didn't expect that there would be a banana flank so late on. Nothing revealed. FURIA, it's a successful retake despite Cloud9 kind of battering down the door.
Yeah, worth mentioning as this one goes on that on the A stream, it is that OG Vitality matchup going for the final playoff spot. So we'll see if we can keep you updated on that one. Although I'm sure you probably got both open. That's why everyone has double monitors, so you can watch both streams at once. And that's what I do. So this time around, Cloud9 obviously with the bomb plant are going to force into it. No surprises there. 4 Galils. It's a gaggle of them. And it's 3 MP9s on the other side. So Cloud9 actually have a pretty decent buy to go up against what FURIA have.
It's very patient and reserved. They're trying to get FURIA to kind of trickle out their utility. But in actual fact, they want to be a little bit proactive. Looking for a flash towards top banana. Drop still holding for it. Is he going to get this crosshair over? No. Art takes first contact. Oh, but the nade's perfect. KSCERATO has to actually drop a smoke. That flashbang still not coming in yet. Shiro just on top of the sandbag. There it is. That enables KSCERATO. Well, you would assume to escape, but Shiro betters him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. KSCERATO revealed his position with that smoke drop, trying to make a hero play, and he goes down. That's the round done. Shiro with a multi. Deals with the double sandbag setup. Cloud9 immediately bouncing back. But yeah, it's just quite unfortunate. With that setup, Arc gets that first kill. HG comes on over and deals with him. And I think that KSCERATO thought that a Molotov was coming, and so he just has the smoke ready to go and just drops it immediately. But the fact that he does that while he's grabbing that M4, it just gives up the information that there's another player there.
It also just felt like they were kind of stuck in their ways a little bit. You can see that drop, we actually swapped to him a number of times during the round, and he was holding the flash in exactly the same place. Even after the contact had initially come in, the design was to kind of tuck in at sandbags, wait, flash back in, and then surprise Cloud9, but it didn't really work out. There was a lot more utility than FURIA were anticipating. It packed quite a punch, which enabled Cloud9 to overwhelm the B bomb site for the second time.
Yeah, too easy for Shiro. Gets a nice little, essentially a one-way there on the side. Works perfectly. So 1-for-1 to start things off. Shiro, the impact player. I imagine that's a sight we're going to be seeing quite a bit throughout this series. FURIA are kind of forced back up, having saved a couple of weapons over. Drops using dualies, which is never ideal. If you don't know, dualies have some of the lowest armor penetration in the game, rivaled by weapons like the Bison, which you'll never see. Makes them very good on pistol rounds, but slightly less useful on follow-up rounds unless you're very good at clicking heads.
Drop certainly can be. Nata's just dropped into the base of Banana. Good control has been established, but Cloud9, you can kind of see and reflect on the fact that they are more than happy to be really patient. FURIA, they're letting them lead, and then they're responding in kind. And whilst that was quite a devastating dink coming out towards Axile, it's not the kill, and it potentially is unconfirmed damage. FURIA actually decided to get out of dodge after securing Banana for just over a minute.
Yeah, I mean, FURIA have a single flashbang left, so they kind of feel a little uncomfortable sticking around. Start taking some space now. Nafany charging on through. Safe is completely smoked off. It's sitting in it though, so at some point he might run on through, but Buster's found one. Hobbit sprays on through. Safe has no chance there. And yuurih in the back of the site steps up for the first, the immediate trade from Shiro. And that's going to lock in that round 100%. Even going to reposition the bomb, make sure it's completely optimal. Gets an upgrade too, so he'll be happy.
Yeah, it's actually Cloud9 that are safe as houses. Once they decide to execute in, it's just immediate, and everyone's on the same page. FURIA just get a little bit overwhelmed, and it's always going to be a little bit natural in the regard that you haven't got too much to work with, and just at the virtue of being patient, FURIA can't really work anything in because all the utility has now dispersed. Can he find Buster on the way out? That would be quite nice. No. So another MP9 drops onto the floor. For Cloud9, it's a good response after losing the pistol.
Yeah, looking very strong now. Armory bolstered by the M4s of FURIA. And now the forces back and forth come to a close. FURIA will have KSCERATO wielding the MP9, but the rest will be running very low here. A couple of flashbangs have been purchased, so they can be spread across. Art's also bought a smoke. That's just to delay any early presence, but we'll see. I'm curious to see what KSCERATO does, whether this flashbang's employed. Looks like maybe a poke out towards second mid, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, look, this one should always be a Cloud9 round unless things go absolutely absurd. KSCERATO could provide that with peppering down some players, but anti-flash, Nafany, wiser to it. And now Cloud9 with the initial kill, and they don't find any follow-up. They're just going to walk their way in towards B. It's pretty vacant, apart from Drop, but he's only got a USP.
Yeah, I feel like the coffin splash play, it's good in terms of like maybe some mid-round retake presence, but in terms of opening up a round, it's just such an obvious play. Like, it is the thing you do on the CT side to be able to take that space, and obviously they didn't have much to work with, so they have to go for some sort of play there. But if you're a T side that's focusing on the B side, you're always going to have someone playing anti-flash there.
Yeah.
So it's rare to be able to find too much success from it. It's all about pulling off that play when they're not ready for it, which obviously is not the case here.
It's also just really indicative of the setup as well, especially on rounds like this. You see a flash go in, you see one swing around the corner, it's like, okay, that's literally the only player they've got here, apart from the player that flashed them in. So a good decision for Cloud9. Very heads up, they don't trip over their shoelaces, they're able to convert. But now here's where the true test can kind of begin, because you've got a semi-decent buy coming out of FURIA, but there's still a FAMAS and an MP9 in play.
Yeah, it's not the worst. Art is always happy to wield lesser weaponry. I think we'll likely see him try and get deep down Banana because of that. A lot of utility over there early. They can try and wrest control, maybe get down towards logs. Depends how much C9 want to fight it. That one's hefty onto KSCERATO, and that might make it a bit more difficult, but you can see they've already thrown the deep smoke. countered that is Axel throwing his. Now he's trying to get up close, peering on over with this one way. A flashbang comes through. Ooh, that's unfortunate for Art. You can see he really did want to get activated early, but cops a dink through the wall. That's going to give them all the space to take Banana on the Cloud9 side. FURIA lose out the battle.
Yeah, Hobbit has caught some flack over towards apartments, though. So damage does go both ways.
That piece coming through is so good, right? You immediately know that nothing's come from that smoke that's been thrown out. It's essentially wasted utility for FURIA at that point.
But because FURIA don't really have any information, because they didn't push in, they have to keep 2 players over towards the bomb site anyway. And after Cloud9, they've got 40 seconds to make their move, and Safe is actually feeling really uncomfortable about B. They've not felt any presence over towards A at all. And as a result, they're really concerned because of the limited information they've got on Banana.
Yeah, just the 2 players here. And one is looking a little low. KSCERATO in the pit. Ooh, Buster takes a lot in the crossfire. yuurih is doubled up, turns around on a swivel, but nafany is able to find him. KSCERATO gets one, drops the bomb, 10 seconds left. This hold has done it all, and KSCERATO steps up again. The fangs of FURIA bite deep, and Hobbit can't do a thing.
Yeah, really well done. Excellent hold by KSCERATO in towards pit. Cloud9, they're trying to whittle down the clock. They are playing with the rotations, but you still got to get past the pivot point of FURIA. It's yuurih. Oh my goodness me. Just when you think he can't do any more, he nearly delivers that dink as well, and that just allows KSCERATO all of the space to work with.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that he's half HP there. Set up by yuurih taking first contact, uses the smoke deployed in the pit. Does everything. Cloud9 defeated by the clock. Sure gets the AWP out now, though. That's exciting. Axel and arrest control of Banana has gotten close up to the half wall. Waiting for the moment to strike. Very close here. nafany sitting back behind, trying to bait him in a bit. Now swings. Bernard catches him.
Yeah, what a shot by Art. And as FURIA is still wrestling with this control over Banana, a key feature piece of what we're going to see all map long. nafany being a little bit of a caretaker, scooping away the rifles, making sure that FURIA can't acquire them unless they push in deep, and CSGO catches Safe.
Huge kill to find. Safe holding the off angle, but CSGO, he doesn't care. Hits those shots. Flick down, doesn't connect on KSCERATO, but it is information. Now the Molotovs come on over. Has to drop the smoke. yuurih's still up here on the balcony, though. They're going to be walking straight into this setup once again, and yuurih striking for one, dropping on down, a HE out towards long, ready for that player to come. This setup is looking strong. Drop not needed yet, but look at this. They're thinking the push on through, but there's 2 players out here. KSCERATO's found another, and Art is playing. What a position. Gets 2 with the FAMAS, gets himself an AK. That's beautiful from FURIA.
Yeah, that was really well done by FURIA. The fact that what you have is another variation on your apartment setup, but you know where your weaknesses potentially could be. That's why yuurih gets the initial kill, falls off the balcony, drops nades to help facilitate the rotations coming in through library, but you still got Art on Arch just in case Cloud9 try and reset because the initial kill's coming in from the crossfire. And that's exactly what happens. FURIA read them like a book.
Get to see that one again. I mean, how good is yuurih right now? He's just playing this so well. 2 rounds in a row where he's been an absolute menace, finding multiple kills, or at the very least, causing enough chaos to set up his teammates. Of course, it is Art that gets the triple. Cloud9 call a tactical off the back of that little pause. 3 apiece now, and yeah, it's not looking the best for Cloud9 into this one.
We are starting to see that European sort of flair being applied to FURIA's strap book there. Because whilst they are still integrating the aggressive tendencies, like the swings on banana with 3 players in the early round, just the kind of layering that they had coming into the mid round was really exceptional to watch. And the fact that they're able to build back into the game so quickly, they've put a stop to all of Cloud9's momentum. That's why this pause is being called, and also to consider whether you want Shira on the AWP, surrounded by a purchase with not too much utility, or whether you just want to save. But Cloud9 want to keep applying the pressure.
Yeah, when you get out all the guns, you kind of feel like that's worthwhile doing. It does mean Banana a lot more difficult to wrest control there. And FURIA are going to take that pretty easily. They're putting so much pressure over here early. Art is already walking on down. Flashbang comes on over. Axel's tucked on in, but Art is so close by. He's looking for him. Oh, he's between 3 players, though. As the smoke fades, he gets an ugly surprise. And it's nafany and Axel dropping 2.
Yeah, that's the overextension this time in Banana. FURIA have been able to get a lot of the control there early. And Cloud9 have either retaken it or just reset back towards A. This time they want to contest earlier on. And both drop. Just overstay their welcome just for a moment, which allows Cloud9 to capitalize. And now it's the slowdown. It's the pump of the brakes. And there's still only 1 player currently in KSCERATO over towards B. This crossfire being held at top brackets provides a wealth of information, but also needs to hold strong.
I mean, this is it for FURIA. All comes down to how well they hold here. Safe thinks about extending out. Flashbang comes on through, and now he gets that first on the jump around. Shiro gets the tag, though, and Safe goes down, but it doesn't matter. Yuri's collected 2. Shiro removed by KSCERATO, who has arrived, and Buster has nothing to say again. It's yuurih stepping up for FURIA.
That's so awesome from yuurih. It's the heads up. After getting the multi-kill in top brackets, he just turns around and holds just in case a player is going to reveal themselves in towards the apartment. And it does happen. Game sense on this man right now is impeccable. And you've even got KSCERATO chiming in at the end to bail yuurih out of that situation so he can keep rooted in his position. Really nice stuff.
Hey, look what's on the Cloud9. Couple of Desert Eagles. That's all there is. Should be an easy cleanup for FURIA. I'll tell you what, it's been super exciting to see KSCERATO and yuurih playing like this. Obviously, we saw a lot of what KSCERATO had to offer last year. It felt like this year was a bit of a slower start to him. I feel like we've seen a bit more out of Safe and yuurih, but when the 2 of them are firing off, this team is something special. It's a special shot, Shiro. That's it.
Cloud9 need a lot more of those in this round if they want to kind of unpick the defense. Looks like they're going to reset in towards Banana, try and fight Art, who's currently the only defender here. KSCERATO thought about rotating, but actually repositions. He's going to swap with Safe. Orpa, who is still on low HP, but Art still has plenty of utility that he can just keep recycling down the middle of Banana.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
Desert Eagle again. Art's in the open. Oh, he's able to collect, though. 2 massive kills, keeps them in a comfortable position, but Hobbit's picked up an AWP. He's running on through. Sports arrived. That's a good flashbang. Art chasing him down. The USP eventually connects. And now Shiro, 19 HP, gets the AWP, and I guess he saves it. That's actually not too bad. He's got enough money, so it's actually a net gain for him, despite not getting the loss bonus.
Counter-terrorists win.
Will he be allowed it? Yeah, there's a lot. They're going to go beyond the half wall. And for sure, right? It's just Eagles. This is a banger right here, but Safe just overextends. He just kind of wants to get involved here, and there's really no need. Weapons can now be reacquired for Cloud9, and FURIA, whilst they do find 5, they still need to be a little bit careful. There's some points where they are being overzealous. And a team like Cloud9 will definitely cost you.
Art's got the AWP out now. Secondary, we know that he loves the sniper. And And I think Art's definitely been adapting his playstyle as well a little bit. Less of giving up his life in the first 30 seconds, although he'll still go for those plays. Definitely in the mix. I think it just speaks to the overall adaptations that FURIA are making to their game plan.
Yeah, this time it's earlier control up banana for Cloud9. They do reach the mouth of it. Shiro peeking, waiting, potentially. Boost over the smoke. And yet again, information gained for Cloud9. No one peeking on the side of FURIA. KSCERATO has got a flashbang that he can line up for drop in case he wants to go in, and he will. Actually, converts onto Axile. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a great kill. Axile sitting in a very common position there. And now Art's moved on forward. He's holding this gap, takes down Shiro. Doesn't overextend, falls on back to another angle, but forced off at 2 HP. Just lucky to be alive. Drops his smoke, and there's a boost up as well. FURIA playing this really well just in terms of the repositions. The next trick coming out. Hobbit, Buster, and nafany. A Molotov between them, so can't even re-smoke CT, which actually could be a benefit because drop is boosted, so won't be protected here. But with such little time, they're out of here. It's going to be a save on the T side. And this is where you might even see FURIA interested in hunting, but doesn't look like they will.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, I mean, they had the money to, right? But I guess it's a lack of information of, have C9 actually evacuated banana? Do we want to kind of throw weapons away to kind of bolster their arsenal? I think FURIA are more than happy with the fact that Cloud9 actually just concede the round. And there's a lot of gunfights that are taking place, and we reflected on it against Big versus Na'Vi, but it's normally 1 or 2 kills can really just dictate an entire round of Counter-Strike on Inferno. But normally that occurs when the T's execute a bomb site and the retake doesn't come in. However, what we are seeing in this first half is that FURIA are denying so much presence from Cloud9 that they can't even get to the bomb site in the first place. And that point is just highlighted even further by Art limiting Hobbit.
Yeah, at what point do you respond to this triple B setup from FURIA that's coming every single round? I feel like they've tried a few times to go over towards A, and the fact that yuurih has kind of put them down each time with the multi-kill has made them a little bit more tepid of putting any presence there early, but it just feels like these last, 3 rounds? They've just walked into banana, found some success sometimes, other times losing a player early, like this round with Hobbit falling, and then just kept trying to find fights in banana, and each time it's FURIA that's come out ahead.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to watch the dynamic of the push and pull effect. Good flashbang by KSCERATO. He's been throwing a lot of those to set up the rest of his team to gather more pieces of information. yuurih has a peek down top mid, doesn't see anything, so now just settles himself in towards Boiler, and that pulls the 3-player lean back on over. 40 seconds, here comes the utility, and unscopes at the worst possible moment.
Drops his smoke though to slow them down, but they're already advanced past. Drop on the boost, gets one. Spams on through, not connecting, and there's Art tucked on in behind. The bomb can't be planted. Shiro feels like he needs to get involved, but Art is coming out ahead with the AWP. A fantastic hold, no one falling for FURIA as they get their 7th.
Yeah, I'll be honest, this feels very flat from Cloud9. It feels at times that they are waiting for reactions to come in from FURIA, and half the time they're just not occurring because you give up the man advantage so much that FURIA don't need to go searching. They're more than happy just to tuck in, hang on back. These are absurd shots from Art, by the way, coming in on the replay. The fact that he finds not 1 but 2 just jumping up towards first oranges.
Yeah, I mean, all he has to do is hold that angle, right? Because he's still got a player on the side. He's got a player in drop who's pushing through smoke, so Art's got the easiest shot of all there. Interesting to see drop getting actually a bit vocal here during this timeout. Looked like he was really contributing a bit there towards Art. All right, Cloud9, come on. His pistol's out now. There's a Mac 10 in the mix. There are parts of this map that aren't banana. Let's see if you want to explore them.
Are there?
Well, you'd be forgiven in thinking there wasn't if this was your first time ever watching Inferno.
I think they're just so scared about yuurih getting those multi-kills, right?
Yeah, Safe's been over here as well these last, 3-4 rounds. Hasn't actually been needed to do anything. Well, I feel like is the jumping there kind of negating the silent boost? Well, maybe not.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, yuurih thinks so as well. Eviscerates nafany. And it's 1 kill and he's out. We are seeing that from FURIA. They're being very diligent in the way they approach things in the early round. They don't want to overstep. They don't want to invite that trade potential be in there. And they've actually learned from their mistakes because that did happen on Banana a couple of rounds, which allowed Cloud9 the way in.
All right, yuurih. He's ready for the fight, trying to dodge flashes. Gets one. The trade is quick from Buster, though. It's now KSCERATO in the pit. He's got something to do here. Safe is holding as well with the AWP. Gets a leg, but no kill. And what a shot from Buster. That's massive. KSCERATO's low, so he can't afford to face. And this is one of the best looking rounds from Cloud9 in a minute. Shiro sitting in a smoke, looking to try and phase it onto KSCERATO, but a very passive setup. Drop walking on forward. Shiro does find KSCERATO. Long range with the Mac 10, trying to get it done, but Buster as well is here, and that's a nice shot as well. Shiro and Buster stepping up for Cloud9. That was in the 4v5. Well handled from Cloud9.
How on earth did Shiro get the second kill from Mini Pit with that Tech 9? That is bonkers, to be honest. What a really well done round. Buster, this shot onto
That's
Library,
insane.
it almost just locks it in. It kind of predict what's going to happen here, and the fact he finds a 3K is incredible impact. I like the timing of this timeout as well from FURIA. You've won so many rounds in a row. Cloud9 have just kind of impeded your momentum, but you want to make sure that that's just a flash in the pan.
Yeah, and that was with, what, Tech 9's a deagle. There's a Mac 10 in there that was not hugely needed until that very final kill. Well, the second last kill that Shiro got. Normally in that sort of chaos is where FURIA does quite well, but Cloud9, with Buster stepping up to the plate there, get a lot done. And it comes off going towards A, so we'll see if that entices them to spread out there further. It does look like out the gate they are going to go for a bit more of a spread, and with more emphasis in towards second mid, Art suspects that something might be up, that there's a timer on this peak, and falls on back.
Yeah, still wanting to operate with the double AWPs. Here's the second one. Safe. How long does he hang around for? When does Hobbit decide to press the issue? It will be now. Great adjustment. Oh, he's still holding on. yuurih, that's because he struck over towards the bedroom. And Safe gets caught with a smoke out. And as a result, Axel can deal with yuurih. But at least there's good trades here for FURIA.
Yeah, I feel like there was a bit of a miscommunication there for yuurih. I think he definitely thought that Safe was still holding the active angle. And to be fair, I think that was a smoke thrown down to kind of slow that down, but the timing just wasn't there, so yuurih gets caught. Doesn't matter though, Safe does recover with that kill. So does avenge his teammate. Shiro and Buster, who have been playing pretty well here for Cloud9 in this match. See what they can find. Ooh, a head would be delightful. What's going to do is pull out that smoke. Shiro's just waiting. See if anyone peeks him towards top mid. You find one kill, suddenly you've got an avenue onto one of these bomb sites. And it will be the 2-on-2 when they hit in here, so there is a chance for Cloud9.
In goes the smoke as well. What's the response from KSCERATO? Just a flashbang. Oh, and he swings. Shiro will trade, actually. Favors the AK because there's so many numbers of FURIA to get by. We'll give him the respect, at least, of the bomb plant. He's fully blind. Comes off of the vision, now wants to reposition. Oh. Just about dodging the AWP shot is Safe.
He doesn't know where they're coming from, but they are all coming from the same direction. No one in Banana. That re-smoke is going to be very useful for him. A flash over to peek on out. Shiro gets an opportunity, but Drop denies it. Looked good for a second, and that flashbang just not blinding as well as he hoped. I think it bloomed a little bit too close to the ground, so both those players able to stand and fight. That allows 8 on the board for FURIA.
Yeah, I think it didn't actually catch the second player. I think Art was a little bit blinded by it. So if there was only one player in towards Coffins, that was the way in. A nice attempt from Shiro. But FURIA,
I could just feel it, right? It just felt like a Shiro moment. But I think that's kind of the thing with Cloud9 at the moment. You can't rely on the Shiro moments. Okay, that's a
Maybe
good
you
moment.
Oh, solid utility in response, though. Dropping the incendiaries close to prevent access and then dropping the nade deep onto Nafany. Cloud9 reset, safe. Don't edge that corner closer. Well, Shiro might find you instead. He converts onto Nafany. Leg shot, but doesn't matter because the nade did the earlier damage.
Yeah, puts it back in the even steading as well. No trade possibility. Good shot from Safe. And again, FURIA is split. Drop is actually going to start to make his way over towards A, and this is good from Cloud9. They've managed to do a bit of more what you'd expect from mid-rounding on Inferno on the T side, trying to draw the rotations rather than kind of just grouping up as a unit and forcing the issue in one direction. They've drawn back FURIA to this 3A lane. Drop will eventually call it clear, but it's going to take him a while to get back there and might even push on down. Does mean that KSCERATO is in a tricky position here. That's a flash ready, and it might just be a slow down, or no, he's going to fight for it. Jumps on through. That flashbang is great, but it doesn't matter. Only so many angles he could run through, and Buster has his trigger held onto one. Drop throws up a few shots, announces his presence, still finds that kill, so it's a 3-on-3. Shiro is in a slightly uncomfortable position with the AWP, and he knows it. Falls on back. Gets into a better line. And I think off the back of that, Drop and Safe are out of there.
Yeah, they were hoping that if they found the kill, which they did on towards Buster, it wouldn't be traded immediately so they could give the retake a look in. But as soon as Shiro goes up and over the CT smoke, that's where they call it quits. So Cloud9 will find a fifth. Money not looking the healthiest as well for FURIA.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, in actual fact, it's going to have to be the force buy.
Yeah, it's not the worst case. There's some dropping that can go in here, but yeah, it's not super comfy. Reminder of the stakes. There's a semi-final spot on the line. The loser will go to the quarters. Na'Vi have already locked themselves in with one of those semi-final spots earlier today. So the other side of the bracket will be determined here. Oh, ouch. Almost two with two nades. That's crazy. Perfectly on the mark. Art has no chance in the round.
Express delivery. Safe's been found out as well. So a lot of early success here for Cloud9. And they yet again don't instantaneously commit to a bomb site. They want to group together, move as a unit, ensure that FURIA either rotate the wrong way or there's limited numbers. This time, though, yuurih just gets out of dodge, picks up the second AWP and goes, okay, well, look, if Cloud9 try and attempt banana and they go in towards B, we'll give it a good go. If they go A, which is what is currently happening, we'll just save.
Yeah, you get to hold on to the double AWP. It's not the worst case. That's a really nice way to start this round for Cloud9, right? That's such like a sick double nade just to have the right spawns for it. Obviously, it's all down to the timings. That's precise. You throw it a certain X past the seconds mark, and they both land on the player about to peek. It's crazy it almost gets a double kill as well.
They've really turned this around. It was 7-3, and now it's 8-6. Really good resolve of Cloud9. They've really stuck to their guns as well. There's not been a great deal of variation. It's just been the timings and where they want to peak, boost over, deals with drop. And again, I really like this idea for Cloud9. They want to hunt. They really want to restrict this weaponry. One AWP removed from the equation, and yuurih has just dropped the second. KSCERATO, last man standing, and Buster. All right.
Yeah, Buster busts some skulls. That's a really huge hunt. That completely devastates FURIA into this last round of the half.
Yeah.
You go from 2 AWPs and a rifle to a scout and pistols from one hunt.
That hurts.
Yeah, you basically set yourself up to win the next round just off that. It's almost like a buy one, get one free in that last round for Cloud9.
Speaking of free, still remaining resolute with this setup is FURIA, and it cost them dearly again.
Oh no! Again! Art! He hasn't even got to shoot or see anyone in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, that sucks. That
Man.
really hurts.
Yeah, what can he do? Normally, you know, he'll go down first a lot of the time, but only because of his own doing. He didn't do anything wrong. They had to read both times on where he'd be.
Front sight smoke dropped in as well. Indicates that Cloud9 potentially wants to wrap in towards CT. But they're just going to smoke it off instead. They're just trying to shift the pieces on the bomb site continuously, always make it feel uncomfortable for FURIA. Smoke goes in, but there's a massive gap in the right-hand side, which nafany can try and pick apart.
Well, FURIA are going to actually go for a gamble over here. They're rotating 2 more players over. This might be being heard through Speedway. Nafany is edged on forward. Spots drop at the pillar. Now the the cookie goes the other way. Hobbit blows up his teammate. And everybody's fallen. It's Buster now in a clutch. 1v2. Time not on his side. Swivels for the first. A tag comes through with the scout. 4 HP. Needs to come up good against Drop, who has the clock in his favor. Goes for the wide swing. And it's FURIA taking the half.
Really impressive stuff in this first half from FURIA. And now they swap over to the T side, and we know how aggressive they can be. Question is, can Cloud9 handle it?
Well, we'll have to see. At the moment, Shiro is putting on a pretty impressive performance for Cloud9. Looking at a few of these other stars to start shining. Let's see what they've got to offer. It is fast. Check this out. Safe is going in quickly. Shiro's here with the dual Berettas. The smoke gets deployed. They're just running straight on through. Shiro's trying to dodge flashes. And look at Safe. He's already through, but nafany deals with him. Shiro up on high has found that one, and the smoke is keeping them at bay. Even a few bullets connecting onto drop. The B site is held with ease by Cloud9.
Yeah, forces them away. Double setup in towards long is a little bit unconventional as well on a pistol. Art spots out Buster. Still holding for it. Buster more than happy to take this fight. Just buying time for the rotations to come on over. Now gets Dink, but he can fall away. And that activates Axile, but he can't convert on the kill.
2 dinks that you'd hope would be kills. That bomb spotted crossing. So KSCERATO going to be known. Art's walking on forward. This boost. Oh, drop. He's going to be in the back lines, but it might not matter. His teammates have fallen. Shiro goes down. Axile is low, as is Buster, but KSCERATO's alone. And the rest of Cloud9 know this. They just overwhelm. Drop now in a very difficult position. Not ready for Buster in the boiler. So the pistol goes the way of Cloud9.
Yeah, really nice from Cloud9. You've got the, you got the running of FURIA through the CT smoke that could have posed a lot of problems, but that went the way of Cloud9. nafany gets that one. He's an overwhelmed, and then Shiro follows up with a second. And from there, there's 2 dinks that you're right, honestly should have been kills, but it's just the range of the Glock not quite connecting.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for FURIA there. I really like the idea of pushing through the smoke as well. Just trying to cause some chaos, but nafany's ready for it. He's played FURIA before. He knows what to expect. FURIA, they are going to force. No surprises there. 2 MAC-10s, Tech 9s. But the pace is coming from nafany. He's charging down Banana. He is set on a collision course. Shiro almost caught reloading, and they're trying to overwhelm. They've done just that onto nafany, going 1 for 1. Shiro lucky to be alive. 2 HP as he runs away.
Yeah, and he's out of there. Instantly calls for reinforcements. FURIA. Looks like they might recommit. There's a 3rd player of Cloud9 even repositioning over. Hobbit, that's brave, but he does lock out Art.
It's another one of these dinks coming through that's not finding a kill just because of the weaponry they're working with. Does mean 2 players over towards B are very low. And that's why Buster's getting on forward. He knows he's the one that has to take the fight to them, and he does just that. Nice clean kill. Another dink, but this one does result in the kill. Safe charging on through. Shiro with 2 HP. Doesn't seem to matter. Finds that one anyway. And now yuurih looking to burst on through. That's a big kill. Should have the read that Hobbit's low as well. The 1v2. This man's come up with many multi-kills in this series so far. He has time to work with. Already, Axile is going to be going all the way around. They don't know where yuurih is gone. Hobbit's tucked in towards dark. yuurih. Oh, yuurih's done him. That's it. Surely. Forced out into the open. yuurih, it's a little bit labored, but he finds the fight. Gets himself into the 1v1, but the timing on this flank, Axile is going to arrive with yuurih's back turned.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate from yuurih because he had he seems to have a very good understanding of what was going on. The fact he deploys the incendiary in towards dark to force Hobbit out into the flames. Key detail is that he doesn't drop his gun after getting the first kill in towards CT. He goes completely silent. He knows if he tries to upgrade into the A1S, then that just gives away so much audio. So by being silent, he actually facilitates that rotation, able to isolate the 1 versus 1s, but in the end, Axile just about comes out on top.
And it entices FURIA to buy back in. Why wouldn't you? Came down to the 1v1. nafany again gets overwhelmed. KSCERATO continuing to put his finger on the trigger. Well, very low. Does fall on back with that kill. That HE might be what does it. It hits everyone except him. That's crazy. He dodges everything, but they're all limping. And charge forward now. Flames deployed, and they have to respect it because they're so low. Rotation now comes on over. A boost up for yuurih. Hobbit seems like he's suspicious of this, and yeah, gonna find the kill. Spams on through. Gets that one. Bomb collected by Safe, and he extracts himself from the situation.
Yeah, a lot of pressure now hinges on Buster. You have got Axile making his way back towards A, and I love this from Buster. Just tucks himself in towards the graveyard. Can just wait. Can hear them all stampeding up short. Buster surely doesn't get cleared. KSCERATO can't find him, and Buster finds 2 kills and a half. Such low HP. Oh, FURIA just safe left and all. Safe finds Axile. 1 versus 2. Will stick the bomb in, but Shiro and Hobbit are moving together as a unit. They know exactly where he is. That is a really nice try from Safe.
Yeah, another bomb player comes on through. Safe with an absolutely delightful headshot onto Axile, who was standing at an off angle, and Safe was so low, but the swing was fast, the headshot even quicker. FURIA, they try their hardest in all these 4 spies, but it's Cloud9 that now even things up 9 apiece. If you're FURIA, I think now you can't keep full forcing into it, but they are going to have enough to invest some in. There's that HE. It's crazy that KSCERATO's the one that doesn't take damage there.
What a shot onto Axile as well. Just snapping. Next does Safe. Yeah, all right. We got a little bit of a compromise coming in for FURIA. They still want to apply some pressure, but can't obviously bring everything to the table. Drop on a hero Galil is not the best sentence in the world, but let's see what he can try and achieve with it. Early boost up for Hobbit. But here we go. Flashes straight in towards Banana. Cloud9 respect the control because they're searching elsewhere for information.
I feel like 80% of this map has been taking place on Banana. This time, Cloud9, they're not fighting it early. We've seen nafany so many times forcing that issue, but surely they know that FURIA are towards breaking point. Though the Galil might have them questioning.
Well timed incendiary.
Very well timed HE. KSCERATO takes one to the noggin. Yuri's going to be putting a bit of pressure over A, but I don't think they're falling for this one just yet. Execute getting ready. FURIA ready to come into this B bomb site. Just waiting on this smoke to fade before they hit go.
They might try and wrap CT here with their smoke as well. So potentially could be some pressure, but no, instead Cloud9 have got so much utility to try and deal with this. And FURIA, they were just trying to feel out the sort of resistance that Cloud9 would bring to the table. Flashbang in, but yuurih has found Buster in the back lines, and the bomb can't go down. 10 seconds, surely. This is the Cloud9 round. FURIA will just try and, do some economic damage. The trades and responses are immediate, but still, KSCERATO, that's a really nice kill to find, and even gets out with an M4.
Yeah, he's lucky to be alive at the end of that. I'm surprised they didn't expect him to be New Box try and take him down after time, considering he just absolutely wide swung the player that was there. Tack timeout coming through for FURIA now, yet to get around on this T side, despite so many of them coming down to the 1v1s. We saw Observer showed us that one as it was going through. yuurih on that lurk actually found a timing where he found the kill in towards CT spawn. That bomb goes down. It's a front side plant in front of that smoke. yuurih is in a powerful position, not just to deal with rotators, but to be able to close out the round just from that position. Not to mention everyone else on the site. So denying that bomb is really the biggest play that Cloud9 make in that round.
A lot of fine margins here on the server, which are just separating the two sides. But right now, it feels like Cloud9 are just edging out these advantages. AWP for Safe. First time we're going to see that this half. Shiro still electing to be on with the AK. And with 109 ADR, I don't blame him, to be fair. Performing exceptionally well. Early mollies exchanged. Art's found a pocket of space where he can reveal to FURIA that, hey, no one's here.
This time the HEs don't find their mark either. It's just a two-man setup here, but Safe. This angle is so tough. Oh, nice swing though. That flash is perfect. Half a second more and nafany goes down, but the timing wasn't there. KSCERATO wants to get something back and nafany takes him down too. A massive double from the IGL. That's forced FURIA over towards A, where there's 3 players lying in wait.
Yeah, it starts to get a little bit dicey now for FURIA. Interesting that Art is still dropping utility here. He's trying to get a rotation over, but Cloud9 just don't budge on it. Art is actually just walking his way through B right now. nafany should spot him if he elects to go towards CT, and potentially not. Okay, goes a little bit too far into the open. And FURIA are actually rotating over towards B based on that space that he found.
Yeah, I mean, nafany's just doing everything here. That's such a heads-up play, that angle he's holding, knowing that that smoke does let the lurk go through. Has his teammate watching into pool itself so that if that play comes through, it's covered, but his job is just holding. Someone walks out towards CT. Yeah, 3 kills in the round for nafany, and that's all he needs. yuurih and Drop will just be saving the AKs, and Cloud9 continue this flawless CT side.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, super impressive out of Shiro. And nafany on B there, just moving in tandem. nafany wants to go forward to try and set up Shiro later in the round in case he falls, but this is just a masterclass on B. Every angle is taken in favor of Cloud9, and FURIA, it feels like they've got no way in. They have to go for these contact plays. They have to go for the immediate assault onto Cloud9 rather than just executing over. Just trying to attack with contact and then creating space in the mid portions of the round, but it's really just not working out.
Deliberating in both camps. Arc getting vocal for FURIA. Groove weighing in his opinions towards nafany. It's a little bit of a little journal notebook for Gary, and obviously Groove has the clipboard as his method of choice. I feel like clipboard conveys a lot of authority, right? I feel like only someone in charge has a clipboard.
Definitely means business. So the Cloud9. Still yet to allow FURIA around. Okay. So Safe's being boosted up here because he's going to throw deep flashes for FURIA as they try and make their way forward over apartments. It's quite cool. We saw this in the major for FaZe. It was Twist that was actually dropping the flashbangs over the top, and here we go. They go very deep, and are Cloud9 going to be ready for this?
Well, it's got to be Axel is ready. He's the only one on the side itself. He goes down without multis and could be in trouble, and the flashbang is beautiful. Art collects. And look at the positions from these Cloud9 players. Buster is so removed. They had this double setup to fight towards top mid. That's not where the play comes. The bomb can come on through and get planted. That's a really nice molly thrown out over to actually go on the bomb planter. It does a lot of damage. They need to find kills. It could be Buster that's the one that does it. Cloud9, they're not saving here. They want to give this a look in. Flashbang over. Buster's looking on down. Knows the KSCERATO might be here, but the gun does not work out for him. Bullets all over the place, but none to the face. And Art taking through. You know he wants some more. But he meets his own demise in that process. But FURIA do get the round.
Yeah, really cool idea from FURIA. It's a much faster way to throw the apps pop. And it ensures that Axile is fully blind in that pit position. And that's exactly what happens. The first one doesn't quite catch him, but the second follow-up just really facilitates the play to come in.
And it's unlucky for Axile, right, that he's caught between 2 spots because he was kind of moving back right, ready to get to a more defensive spot, drops the smoke. You can tell he's about to move in towards big pit, or even if he got into mini pit, right? Either way, he's in a better position to actually avoid, if not the flashes and the bullets, right? You can duck away, you can hide, wait till you recover. But caught out in the open, and with him going down, that was essentially the round.
Second mid now the play, but C9 have actually got the perfect counter to this. You're going to have Shiro posting with the AWP and Axile holding the bedroom. Flashbangs are in, being vocal. Axile fully blind. Shiro will at least trade, but now he needs to get out of dodge.
What a great trade from Shiro, though. That is so fast and a difficult one to do with the AWP. And And now he's fired off the AWP. Do FURIA want to continue pushing into this? That's the question. Shiro now entrusted with long. The Moto smoke being set up. Buster goes down. Shiro has to come up big. Flashbangs come through. The timing shot almost connects, but just goes shy. KT over the top. Not going to do too much, and Shiro's out of there.
Yeah, that's a nice mid-round call coming out of Art as well. The fact that they know that Shiro revealed his position, but where you've got two players typically pushing in towards apartments, that would suggest that the only player there is the sniper. So let's lead with utility, let's flashbang over the top, and they even find out Buster, who had rotated earlier on from long in. I'm really enjoying just what FURIA are doing in the mid rounds to now construct these T rounds into fruition. It's back-to-back rounds, and that really starts to hurt and damage the economy of Cloud9. Nafany is going to be under a lot of strain in a minute, but should hear these footsteps.
Yeah, and it's back-to-back rounds where Axile has really been caught in an uncomfortable position, fully blinded, taken down before he can really do anything. And I think, you know, in terms of punishing a player, Axile is a good one to be choosing if you're FURIA. It's obviously not intentional that he's the one targeted there, but, you know, he's kind of been a little inconsistent lately. You know, we talked about him being a little bit absent in that series against OG. It was really Shiro that stepped up. Could also make that argument, obviously, in the heartbreaking loss that Cloud9 had towards FaZe in the LCQ of the RMR. On that Mirage map where Axile was looking like a god in the first half, but then disappeared. And you can't have one of your stars, one of the best riflers in the world, a top 5 player of 2022, going missing in important matchups. Obviously, this one isn't elimination, so it's not devastating to lose, but just a consideration going ahead with playoffs on the horizon.
Yeah. Also a timeout's just being called, so Groove can just remind Cloud9 of the flowchart. Here's the responses. Here's how we set up our positionings. We just need the speed of the reactions to be a little bit faster, because the rotations just felt a little bit disjointed at times from Cloud9. FURIA, when they do execute onto the bomb site after eliminating the players, it feels like the rotations aren't immediate. They're not really aware of the gravity of the situation.
FURIA have expended a lot of utility towards Banana, and it's actually caused the third player to rotate early. I'm interested to see if they're very quick to capitalize on the space that they've kind of created here with this. They've also got 2 players showing presence here. 3 over at A. Now, the bomb isn't committed. It's still ramped. Nafany gets flashed on through. KSCERATO was playing anti-flash, though. Meanwhile, over on A, Art did fall. So, in fact, it's where they drew the stack that they find success.
There's a lot of gunfights going on all at once here. Shiro's going to re-flash Hobbit potentially through that smoke. Keep your eye on it. KSCERATO yet again prevails. That's huge. And now definitely you're going to get rotations over. Axel finds drop, but he's still going to deal with yuurih in the boiler. And that creates a pathway. A unlocked.
Yeah, FURIA just forcing fights everywhere. And yeah, it's a little bit of luck that... well, not luck, it's skill, but, you know, it's unfortunate for Cloud9 they don't win out either of those fights onto KSCERATO. Now, this gets a little weird. Buster has got himself in the mix. Safe is moving up mid with the orb out in the open, but he wins the fight. That's the round. He goes down there. Ooh, you start to worry. With KSCERATO coming through the apartments, he can plant the bomb. Shiro, 22 for 10. Wow, what can he do here? So many kills as rounds, but... not to be found in this one.
Yeah, just to kind of bring back your point, it's the fact that FURIA are fighting on every front. It feels like Cloud9 have no idea where the true intentions really lie, and they're not expecting the second player in towards Boiler, and that's ultimately what costs them.
I mean, especially after Axile's peeked down mid and found a player towards bottom mid, right?
And that's even after the early rotation towards B, and then your kill on A, you find it's the kill on A that comes through. It's not the heavily reinforced bomb site.
Yeah, Axile, just after we sort of mentioning him after a couple of rough rounds, gets a massive double. 2 kills over towards the A side, and One of them just taking initiative here, pushing on down, wanting to be on the flank, wins out against Drop, but yuurih never considered. Pause coming through. Hopefully something can be resolved quickly. FURIA now back in the lead. Now, this was a 9-6 half. FURIA winning it out, but Cloud9 got back on a really nice roll. It looked like they were going to be cruising through on their CT side, but it feels like off the last few, FURIA found some answers.
When we go back into game as well, we can take a look at the economy for Cloud9 because it looks quite weak. And they're now going to have to really try and potentially work with very minimal. Drop, leaning back.
He's chill. Stretch his arms out. All good. Funky music subsides. The round continues. Sound of bird song, flowing water, and bullets. And chickens.
They are cute. Don't harm the chickens, folks. Shiro on the timing peak. Doesn't find anything, gets flashed off, so now needs to retreat. Again, it's consistent control being taken up top banana by FURIA. Flashbang's over. nafany now on a difficult boost to clear. And Shiro, he doesn't want to overstep here. He wants the boost to be the first point of contact because if he tries to work his way through, potentially Safe will just nail him.
Yeah, his scope's been hurt as well, like Safe's, by that boost. Sure, it just bails. There's a lot of pressure over towards A. 3 players here. It's very similar to the round before from FURIA, actually. Bomb not with them. Just taking liberties in the space they can found. I mean, look at...
Oh.
Look at that. Maybe not. Wowee. And Buster's just walking on forward. Drop looking the other way, but he wasn't quite about his approach. So Drop's able to find that one. yuurih deletes Axile. Now they can make their way through. Shiro comes on over. Open hand, not smoked off. Has a nice line here. Can be a difficult shot. The bomb still has to cross, but there comes the smoke. nafany here as well. Bomb. No worries to get that one planted.
Bomb has been planted.
Big fight here between nafany and KSCERATO. nafany. KSCERATO was on the right-hand side last time, but this time he's on the left. From nafany's direction, that was really nicely played. Just repositioning, but holding the same angle. And Hobbit, he realizes that this round's already lost. You feel a little bit unfortunate for Shiro in that one because he's constantly just rotating between the two bomb sites. He doesn't have a clear idea of where the final destination is going to be for FURIA. And that's a result of them just applying this pressure. Despite Buster finding the opening kill, Drop immediately trades him, so now there's still no idea of where they're going to go.
Yeah, it's frustrating for Shiro. He's having a great game, and I mean, he's been such a consistent performer. That was such a nice shot from Buster. He made a lot of noise on the approach towards top mid. I think he just felt like he really needed to take the space, but if he walks up there, he might have found Drop for free. But not the world that we live in. Cloud9 now have all the guns back out. And getting a little scary for them. FURIA, momentum's been with them lately. Cloud9 need to get something done.
This time it's 3 players out A early. Shiro's just going to be mantling B, and you imagine that's where most of his devotion will be in this round. As Art and yuurih gut out apartments, you let the rifle be a little bit more flexible. That's the responsibility of Hobbit. But it's no real proactive control out of Cloud9. They just want to rely on their crossfires and their setups. They're going to allow FURIA a lot of luxury in this round.
Yeah, I feel like it's an unfortunate change-up because earlier on in the CT half, Cloud9 were taking control of Banana. nafany was getting up in the grill. They were really fighting for it, and they were coming out ahead. But they've been playing this very passive style as of late. These last, what feels like 5, even 6 rounds. It's very much been sitting back, waiting for the action to come to them. And I mean, FURIA, they bring the action, and they're doing it right now. Coming up through short, Buster tucks on in. Utility being deployed here. Axel in the pit again, being asked upon to deliver, and he's done just that with one. Staying alive just barely, but he thinks between dropping his smoke and going for the fight, and neither works out for him. Buster, at the very least, is still getting jobs done here. One through the smoke. Buster is delivering, and it's keeping Cloud9 alive. Art and Safe now trying to get something back, but Buster with another kill, and Safe is just running away.
That was the last 3 bullets of the magazine. Buster nails Art to the wall. That's so well done. And finally, we get to see a crossfire hold on for Cloud9. And that's even with Axel just fumbling his nades in amongst the pit. That's really difficult for him. yuurih does catch him off guard. So huge. Just 3rd kill. Just, you don't think he's going to nail it. Very last bullet.
Yeah, it's been great to see Buster. I feel like we've seen him step up in a lot of games recently.
Yeah.
Axel, he's looking to get aggressive. This is the change up from Cloud9. Something new, something fresh. Well, it's Safe. And that's the kill. yuurih trying to peer through and find someone that he can take down. And, oh, the flick almost. Not quite.
It feels like yuurih's actually been stuck on 22 kills for quite a long time now. Never really been too involved in these fights. Has always been that rotating player.
Well, 11-11, I made the point, right?
Oh my gosh.
They've just walked out. All right, well, Buster's still here. And he can still Buster split up. Does just so. One down, yuurih trades immediately. No other players in short. nafany wants to go there. All timing. KSCERATO doesn't spot him. nafany, he can still disrupt everything. Safe gets by yuurih, the safe pair of hands. yuurih. Oh, the flames have come over. That might take down Safe, and in fact it does. But does it entice him? It's bringing back Hobbit. But no. yuurih falls back.
It's really solid stuff out of FURIA yet again. It's the fact that they are just finding these little pockets of space. Haven't shown too much skin towards apartments in the previous rounds, apart from taking the initial control, but mid to late round, it's never really been their priority. This time they just take the chance that they can walk right through, especially because Buster found that kill out in towards short and top middle. And that's even with Cloud9 throwing additional variation. That's with Axel getting really aggressive to kick things off.
And it's just yuurih, right? Look at those 2 kills from yuurih. Each time Cloud9 looked like they had an opportunity to get back into that, deny that crossover, yuurih's there, delivering. Sinking his teeth further in, the fangs drawing blood. nafany, head in hand. Last time out for Cloud9 comes on through. FURIA up to 14 now.
This is it, really. This is... feels like do or die for Cloud9 on Inferno. Really need to start to see them step up, and if they want to take these fights, if they want to get aggressive early, just do it with utility, because I don't know, running down mid feels really desperate, especially if you're Axel and you don't even find a single kill. Pretty awkward, and FURIA looks like they might even just change the pace off the back of Cloud9's pause. Wanted to take the fight to them. Hobbit and KSCERATO fully blind, and Hobbit, it's another hero moment for Hobbit. Chimes in with Buster, but that is the majority of the forces quelled.
There we go. That's what Cloud9 have been looking for. Hobbit in the right place at the right time. 2.5. Not quite. Almost takes out Axel, but that one is a perfect round for Cloud9. It was crazy. I was just thinking, Hobbit is 5 for 10, and we were in round 27. How has that even happened? hey, adds 2 more to the tally here. FURIA still have the lead. The Cloud9, a crucial round to be picking up.
Yeah, that's just off the back of the reactions against Furious. The bait and switch, it just works out perfectly. Everyone's fully blind from that flashbang. But now maybe Cloud9 can orchestrate what they wanted to achieve in the previous. Now that Furia are going to give them a little bit more wiggle room. Shiro starting out on B, taking the shot and having to fall back.
Yeah, it's a very similar setup early. Yuurih, it just feels like those bullets are so close to getting Axile there. Few too many layers of wood in the way. Less pace this time from FURIA. A bit more of a default from them. Taking space everywhere on the map at the moment. Hobbit comes back over towards B, collecting utility on the way. Shiro is still here, yet to fire a shot. As I mentioned, hasn't had too many opportunities to do so. FURIA have been great at avoiding Shiro, which feels like the win condition to beating Cloud9 a lot of the time.
Shiro's also got the only smoke here on towards B. So he needs to kind of choose whether he goes for the shots or drops the utility. Speaking of, that's a lot of damage being done towards R. 30 seconds left. They are going for it. Shiro hits the shot, adjusts perfectly. And now nafany is on the boost. Can he find anything?
Yeah, smoke deployed by Shiro as well, just to give him something to work with. Flash comes on over. nafany not needed yet because Shiro and Buster have found a piece. Drop does get a double back, but Shiro is still here, and it has to be Drop, and he has to find everything, and time is just not on his side. He realizes it, slinks on out, holds onto the AK, keep it into the next round if he's allowed. But Cloud9 in the dying embers of this map have managed to equalize it again, 14 apiece. And of course, it was Shiro that got them here.
Yeah, finally, they go into Shiro's den. And he just secures all of them. These are such precise shots. Right when Cloud9 need him most, he stands tallest to deliver. Take a look at this money coming out of FURIA. It is rough, because if they lose this round, if it goes 15-14 to Cloud9, they're going to have 2,400 between all of them.
The guy who's like known for going fast, holding W, going for crazy buys. He equips the CZ on the T side. The Tech 9 is like the weapon that was built for him. It might have been dropped to him. It might have been dropped to him. I didn't actually... I think it was dropped to him because he had a Glock. All right. Okay, that's all right. But he's still using it, which is crazy to me.
There should never be a CZ on the T side. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a bit maverick, but Art's a bit of a maverick. And ooh, Hobbit's getting peppered. Yuurih as well. Doesn't seem to matter. Steps up. The trades are there. Axel with a double. Art now has an AWP in his hands, and oh my god, he's standing in the flames. Wanted to try and get a kill, but Shiro's rotated over, and he's got an AWP of his own. 250 as he creeps around the smoke. 3-on-3 here in towards top mid, and well, FURIA think better of pushing the issue. They're gonna make it sounds like they're falling back, but they're not.
Shiro heard them run away as well, so now he rotates off. Issue is, you've got Axel reboosted. It was Hobbit, and now it's Axel. Oh, it's messy. Only finds one. Definitely should have been a multi-kill. And maybe that's the opportunity that FURIA need, but do they clear Buster in the depths of the A bomb site? Every corner a challenge, and time is of the essence. FURIA need to get amongst it, and Buster, oh no.
Oh, Yuurih with the AWP finds it, and an opportunity presents itself. Shiro's just charging on through. Oh, it's a heroic play. Yuurih falls, and KSCERATO has to come up with a 1 versus 2. Stuck in the back of the site, but a sharp shot. And now Shiro walks on through, but KSCERATO sinks his teeth right on in.
How on earth does KSCERATO win that 1 versus 2? How does Buster not find any kills on the head glitch? How does Axel only find 1 boosted up? There's so many questions, and yet it's still a mystery to us all. FURIA overcoming all of the odds. That It's an unbelievable shot out of yuurih. But KSCERATO still needs to do the heavy lifting.
The reposition in the 1v1 elevates himself. 15 now for FURIA. Last time out expended. KSCERATO stepping up. It's been the yuurih show so far, but there's a lot of bite in the server for FURIA.
And that was essential. They needed to win that round, because otherwise their finances would have been in absolute disarray. Smoke being thrown out early as well towards the top of banana. Shiro wants to get amongst it, but can't. Because of that smoke by design from FURIA, they are preventing him every single opportunity. The game plan is laid bare for all to see, and it is working to perfection.
Ooh, that Molotov is not to perfection though. Art was throwing that towards sandbags. Doesn't quite go that way. Now they have to expend another one just to clear that out. Actually, it's going to go on forward. Shiro, he's here. Stepped up to the mark last time. 27 kills to his name. The hero of Cloud9. But maybe it's Hobbit that's on the quest for them. 2 kills for him. That forces the fight out towards B. Shiro deploys a decoy and now he edges on forward. He can hear Art. Sees the shoulder on the jiggle. Misses the shot. Art not quite able to trade though, and look at the smoke. Shiro's running on through. Hobbit's found another. And Shiro's missing the shots, but it doesn't matter. KSCERATO gets one back and a follow-up. This is the danger duo. Safe with the AWP, strikes true. And Shiro, he's been here the whole time, but yet to find impact. But there it is. Denies the bomb plant. And it's got to be KSCERATO again. In the clutch, the AWP misses. Shiro's dancing, trying to find it. But KSCERATO running away. The nade takes him down, and we go to overtime.
Oh, it does look a little bit scary where Shiro's missing all of those shots. FURIA recover that situation immaculately. But still, Shiro, when it matters most, does lock it in, does deny the bomb plant, and that alleviates so much pressure off of Cloud9. It means they can rotate in, and KSCERATO needs to try and isolate these kills. It's the utility that seals the deal and locks in overtime.
Well, we knew this series would deliver. Safe. Look at that pace. Can't connect. Art's been blown out of the server early in mid. Now look at Buster. He's getting eager to get involved. Peering on through. yuurih. Ooh, looks around the corner. Buster doesn't spot anything, but it's still a very powerful position. Safe runs on by, and actually Buster's smoked off, so he's kind of negated at the moment.
Good flashbangs as well. Are they trying to go for an A-Rap here? Yeah, smokes in for Arch and Library. Now Hobbit can't find a thing. Might just flash himself through, and he does, but Drop walks through the Arch smoke at the perfect time. Shiro can't see him either, and now the support is there, but Hobbit lines them up, and that's a really important multi-kill. And here's Buster. He's been in Boiler the whole time, and it's Cloud9 completely ensnaring the trap onto FURIA, and they draw first blood.
Yeah, where's Hobbit been? Stepped up massively in these last few rounds. We're in overtime. Gets his 13th. KSCERATO still, that was a couple of rounds ago actually, not able to do anything in that round. He's definitely not the impact player of that round. It's all Hobbit. Safe, getting aggressive. Shiro is quicker. He's looking for more. He's hungry for it. Wants to get involved. And he does it in a big way. A massive double kill. Buster still in the boiler. Shiro's looking for more. Hobbit blows KSCERATO out of the server. Cloud9 are looking fired up in overtime. They are done playing around. yuurih at least gets one back. It's still a 2 versus 4. They have no ground. A bomb to be collected. Shiro has B under lock and key.
drop. Is he going to peek him? Oh, we'll do with the flash. This is a lot more what you expect out of Cloud9. They've just moved up a gear now. Now they've hit overtime. They've got their belief back in. CSGO not being touched by the flames. Will still escape, and there's Buster striking down top middle. Things go from bad to worse for Drop as he's actually potentially going to get caught with all this utility. CSGO will find him. The game plan the entire time was to avoid this AWPer, not give him an opportunity to fight, and yet when you let him, oh, look at the results.
Yeah, look, good to see CSGO taking some initiative here with the peaks. So many times he was avoided in regulation. That was what allowed FURIA to get up to 15. Now you cannot avoid him. He's coming for you. He's knocking down your door and announcing his presence. Flashbang being set up. That's the fallen flash. Allow that peak to come on through. Banana arrested by utility. The FURIA. Looks like, again, they're interested in the A bomb site. I suspect Safe might be in a position to, yeah, throw these flashbangs. We saw this work for them earlier. Let's see if they can pull it off again.
Axel's in such a good position here, though, on the balcony. He just looks into the wall. Buster can take first contact and then sell the dreams. But actually, FURIA Molly, they force him off. They make sure that he will be blinded by the flashbangs, and Art overwhelms Axel yet again. Buster, we've seen him come up with multi-kills round after round from these positions alone. He's trying to fight tooth and nail up and over the boxes, but it's 2 kills in favor of FURIA.
Well, they have to go for the retake here. Once that bomb gets planted, CSGO and Hobbit, well, make it just Hobbit. Art spams down CSGO. Hobbit's blown out of the server. And it's 1T round at the tail end of the first half of OT. And immediately, we're into the second.
You know, is that enough? That's another question, because both of these halves ended 9-6 in favor of the defense. Double AWP immediately acquired as well by FURIA. They're utilizing a lot, if you cast your mind back to that first half. So let's see what they've got in their locker. How's your bottle, Cloud9?
It's crazy to me that the 20 rounds of this game, Hobbit is either not tied or not had a kill. 14-14. And we're in round 34. That's absurd.
So many rounds where he was either saving or just constantly going from A to B and never really had a fight. Good flash. They are going to swing. Safe spots the gun barrel. nafany falls early.
Oh, yuurih. Good kill as well. On to Hobbit. York's still here. yuurih stepping up to the plate again. Massive amount of impact from him. CSGO smoked out. Safe still here with the AWP. You've got KSCERATO in the mix as well. Buster's about to find that one out.
Oh. That second flashbang actually just full blinded KSCERATO. A little bit unfortunate. It gives Buster a little bit of room out long, but he's going to reset with CSGO. How do you recover this if you're Cloud9? Well, they're going to try and slink away and reset B, and this is actually the right decision. It's a 2 versus 2 on this bomb site. They just need to move now.
Yeah, they should know that there's 3 players over an A just based on the contact they've had. Art and Drop are here, and CSGO has a smoke for the cross. A Molotov, where will it go? Well, we'll have to find out. The 1v5 for CSGO, and Art doubles up on the site. 17 apiece.
Yeah, really well done from FURIA there. Make sure that Cloud9 just really get restricted of opportunity. They try and force their way out towards the balcony, but that's where yuurih finds a couple, and it just, again, feels a little bit disjointed. nafany wants to go on his own to entry to find some space or convey information. And, well, because he saw the AWP out short, he thought, okay, guys, go out balcony, try and overwhelm, but that's why yuurih's there. The insurance policy for FURIA. It's actually flawless as well. Really good CT round.
Ooh.
Speaking of explosions, nafany just destroyed.
We've seen that go both ways. But Art got dunked twice in a row. This time around, he's one of the perpetrators. Fires off his AWP. This double AWP set up from FURIA is so strong. All of them in regulation, and they're keeping it going here. Flashbang being set up as well. KSCERATO and Drop, they want to take fights, but hey, keep it running long. Hobbit has actually managed to get a lot of space there. Art's considering it, but already no. Completely blindsided by Hobbit. This throws the whole round into chaos.
This is clever from FURIA. They're going to push Banana now to try and split the attack in two. Because if you can get rid of the Banana threat, you can then isolate Hobbit. KSCERATO over the top of the smoke will drop the bomb, but Axel and Buster remove the totem pole. And all the time, you've got Hobbit in CT, so FURIA need to try and retake through Banana.
Yeah, that's the issue with that boost. Yeah, you might find a kill, but you're so exposed. And Axel, he's got Banana locked now. Smoke is here. He's sitting in it. There's a gap here he can use, and ooh, he's looking the wrong way. Doesn't think that yuurih has the angle, but he does. 2v2 presents itself. An opportunity here, no reason not to give it a look in. Safe, swaps over to the M4. Hobbit's holding with the AWP on the cross, and there is no smoke to deny him. The clock is ticking on down. They have to make their way into this soon. Now they start to run on through. Hobbit hits the first, and yuurih, very difficult position, tagged on through. No hope now to take this round. Even damage is fairly meaningless at this point, but hey, he'll add another kill to the tally, go down with the bomb.
Yeah, really well done from Hobbit there, taking all of the contact, and you've then got Buster in towards New Box, who's never peeking, just waiting, biding his time to ensure that round is a success for Cloud9, and that all comes just off the back that Hobbit finds that little pocket of space towards long. And FURIA, I thought they were going to push further. I thought they were going to try and flashbang their way through and fight Banana head on rather than just stay in the boost. But it just doesn't quite work out for them. Cloud9, they hit map point first.
Yeah, Hobbit doing so much in overtime. Hasn't been enough. We'll have to see. Art wanted to go for the peak, but the fire keeps him at bay. Cloud9 haven't really put much focus over towards A. We reflect back on their T side a long time ago. It was very B dependent. Now they're finding success there in overtime. Will that continue? They're running on through. That flashbang is great. Art is caught in the open. 1 HP. Will the nades do the job? No, he's able to run away. He's scampering out of that. Tail between his legs. They have no one on B at the moment. Their reposition will come through, but this is a risky gamble.
Yeah, they're really hoping that Cloud9 are just announcing that they are here. Oh, they might swing mid here as free. Okay, this could be quite decisive, but nafany's holding. Art gets neutralized, and Cloud9 are going to look to really overstep here and towards top brackets. This is where it gets dangerous because you've still got this stack implemented. If you're FURIA, yuurih holding, yuurih not quite securing.
Yeah, but now are you ready for another roll? Safe's here with his on the side. Time is ticking down. He's the only one here. Look at nafany walking on through. Axel takes down Safe, but yuurih has found one with his ult. The moto smoke not there. Shiro is though. A 2v3 made a 1v3. Shiro's doing everything right now, and it might just be enough. Cloud9 on the precipice of taking Inferno unless Drop can pull off a miracle. 1 versus 3. A flashbang and a kit in his name. But Buster puts a bullet in his dome, and it takes everything from both these teams. But it's Cloud9 that come out victorious.